Hello, this is World in 2 Minutes, brought to you by trtworld.com. Let's take a look at this hour's top stories. It became evident that the Labour Party's pledge to spend an extra £2.5 billion a year on the United Kingdom's National Health Service would not be viable, as the extra funds would not be available until 2017. The £2.5 billion Time to Care Fund was to be paid for a mention tax, a levy on tobacco firms, and a tax avoidance crackdown, all of which would need legislation before the money could be spent. Our next story is from Asia, where the World Bank lowered this year's growth forecast for developing East Asian economies and urged government to improve conditions for investment and exports. Economies in the region, including China and Southeast Asia, should grow by 6.9%. That was down from a forecast of 7.1% in April, but still gives the region the world's fastest growth. Let's stay in Asia. Hong Kong civil servants are beginning to return to work as the protests that have gone throughout the city for more than a week have dwindled. Student activists have said steps are being taken towards talk with the government about electoral reform. The streets, including barriers at the main government offices, which have been the focal points of the protests, have cleared enough for businesses, schools, and civil service activities to resume. And our last story comes from the United States. Search teams hunting suspected cop killer Alec Frine focused on a square mile and a half area of Monroe County in the state of Pennsylvania after a possible sighting by law enforcement. This comes 2 days after searchers confiscated a stash of food, ammunition, and other supplies at a campsite in the Pennsylvania woods they suspected were Frine's. And that brings us to the end of another edition of World in 2 Minutes. Goodbye.